Hello, everyone. It is so exciting to be back in front of you. We are here with another sponsor spotlight. This time it's for EP Mixer 2026, with the one coming right up on us right now is EP Mixer Vegas, and we are here with one of our platinum sponsors, founder and president of Omnium Protection Group, Mr. Gerry Boniello. Gerry, thank you for being here. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for the sponsorship.
Always a pleasure, Craig. Always a pleasure to speak with you and obviously sponsor anything that you're trying to do for the industry.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. We're going to get into some of the greatness about you and Omnium, but I'm always so flattered and encouraged when you offer encouragement. I'll get a text message every so often from you, an email or something, you saying keep up the good work, and you're just very encouraging. So I always look forward to these conversations, whether they're being recorded like now or when we're out there and we meet in the wild. So I greatly appreciate you. Just want to kind of open up with that. So, but let's do a quick intro for you, and then we'll get right into the questions. You're a busy guy. So we are excited to welcome Gerry Boniello, again, founder and president of Omnium Protection Group. Gerry's built a global reputation for delivering high-level executive protection, secure transportation, and risk management services for corporate leaders and high-profile clients. Through Omnium Protection Group, he continues to raise the standard for professionalism and collaboration in the executive protection industry. Let's get into some questions and hear more about Gerry and Omnium. So, I don't know that we've ever talked about this, and I don't, you never mean for it to be like that, but you start talking about business and you never really get into the root of it. So one of the things I wanted to know is what inspired you, or what caused the creation of Omnium Protection Group, and what was the vision you had for the company when you started it?
Yeah, well, this goes back actually to 2000, really. I was working on a private contract with some colleagues, and this was in the mid 90s. And quite honestly, the support that we were getting from the company, the level of training, the information, it was substandard. And we were with a client, and the client said to us, "You should start your own company because I would certainly go with you." And that was in a snowy day in Boston in around 1999. So in 2000, that partner and I started a company called Corporate Resources Group, and we had that company from 2000 to 2012 until I sold it to a California-based company. Worked for them for 4 years as their East Coast president of operations, and decided that I was not happy there. They were not providing the level of the experience that I had envisioned for the company that I had created. And so I left, which was a good decision in 2016 to form Omnium Protection Group. In 2017, they went bankrupt. So that is, the writing on the wall that I saw. And so we have been in this market now since 2016. So we'll be celebrating 10 years in July. But really, it is a rebranding of my original company. So I really feel like it's been around for 26 years.
Sure. Well, and I don't want to say that's a great story because you don't like to see anybody's demise, but certainly the vision you had was as you're still here, right? And they may be individually, but you as a company have stood the test of time. It sounds like. So congratulations on that, and congratulations on 10 years and on the end. That's fantastic. Well, soon to be 10 years. It's March already. I can't believe that we're more than halfway to July. Anyway, So, all right. As far as providing services, Omnium's known for providing executive protection, secure transportation, and risk mitigation worldwide. What do you think separates, and I think you were kind of leading to that, what separates Omnium from other security providers?
Well, I think the biggest thing is really that myself, obviously, and the folks that work for Omnium, we really do care about the level of service that we provide. We liken it more towards a family. When we bring in a client, we call them a partner. We really treat them as if they are part of the Omnium family. And reputationally, we've spent a long time building this reputation, and the team that we have at Omnium understand that there's a lot riding on that. And so we really go above and beyond. Now, I'm not saying that a lot of companies don't do that. But what we are experiencing is a lot of companies are experiencing where their services are starting to lack and lapse, and we're continuing to get stronger. We have certain standards, certain requirements, and we don't take on projects that we can't be successful in. If we feel that we're not going to be successful, we're going to tell the client that, because it doesn't make any sense for us to fail, for them to fail. We all fail. It doesn't look good. I'd rather pass on a project, perhaps give it to someone else, and retain that relationship with a client.
Which is kind of counterintuitive. It's like, no, you take everything, right? Like you want them. And here's where I heard is like, you want the money, right? Well, yeah, but not at the sacrifice of all the other stuff, right? Which then, you blow that one, and then you don't get a call for the next one because, oh, did you see what happened? And it's like you're chasing the dollar, and it can be, I can say that I've probably made that mistake a time or two in my life. And so, but good on you for that. And I've had some similar conversations with that, like, hey, you have to be able to perform at this level as a company, but then, or I mean, as an individual, which then as a company, otherwise it's just not, we can't put ourselves out there. And for whatever reason, it's whether it's the project itself, which I guess that would kind of be, that would dictate if you can or not within the scope of the things that you're able to, that you feel that you're able to do. So anyway, I could ramble on there, but I'm not going to. But we are going to talk about some the client needs, and I think it's interesting considering about the last month of geopolitical events that have taken place while we're at the time of this recording. As threats and clients' expectations continue to evolve, what are some of the biggest changes you're seeing in executive protection or security today?
Well, for us, the biggest thing that we're seeing is that clients, CEO, C-suite, they're actually starting to recognize risk that's out there. I think it all started with the United Healthcare, and then as things have, the world has continued to spiral. More and more clients are realizing that while they may not understand that, they are not as out there. They're not public facing as some of the, Mark Zuckerberg or the Elon Musk. They also understand that they carry some risk with them just because of what they represent. They may not, it may be a brand that they represent. It just may be the fact that, the wealth right now, the way wealth is looked at. So they understand that there is some risk with that. And the company executives are now making a push to recognize those risks. We're doing a lot more threat assessments. We're doing a lot more independent security assessments, or the 132 for the IRS. So they understand their risk. And the biggest thing is that with us, clients may call us and say, this is what we want, and we'll have to explain to them, is that really what you need, though? So we start with that foundation of that assessment, and it's really key and critical. And there's a lot of client education or re-education, but it's very beneficial, and we have to have those clients understand, exactly what we're attempting to do, build a program for them. We have to start it on a foundational level and understand exactly what the risk is.
Yeah, and that's what I latched onto there was, here's what they want, but we're going to help them understand what they actually need. And that could be more or less, right? That is like, oh, we have to, armor everything up, and it has to be this. It's like, well, let's get into it first before that.
Mhm.
Or, hey, we just need a driver, right? Or we just need somebody to tell us that there's something wrong. and like, no, you actually you should really consider more than that. So and you said it in the beginning, that you have partners, not necessarily clients. They're clients, but hey, we're going to work together to really make this work. So clearly
Yeah.
it's working, right? So nice job on that. Now to the part that I've been waiting to get to, and the relationship is, as you know better than as anyone, or as good as anyone, or better than anyone, is the relationship in this field. Like, it's relationship driven. How important is networking, for one, and what value do you find in events like an EP mixer that bring professionals together?
Yeah, well, in this industry, my personal opinion is that networking is everything. Because of the networking and the opportunities that presents. People are able to grow not only themselves personally but also in their business. Because of all of the networking events that I attend, we have built an incredibly robust global network of partners. And that's important, because when I sit in front of a client and I tell them, if you're going to Germany or London or Delhi or wherever you're going, or just another state, I know the person that's going to be supporting you. I've had dinner with them. I know their families. It's important that they know that we're not just handing them over to someone. And how do you establish those relationships? You do that through going to great events like the EP Mixer, and meeting, your colleagues. Uh, what it'll also expose is who you may not want to do business with, and that's equally as important as who you
Mm-hmm.
want to do business with. So networking is critical in this industry. It's very small, and the longer you're in it, the smaller it gets, and you have to take advantage of opportunities like the EP Mixer.
And thank you for saying that. I mean, obviously that's kind of been the whole mission of the mixer, is to get people, in the same room at the same time, and the room's never the same after that, right? So, like you said, you get as much out of it as you can, and you also give as much as you can too. Like, what can you do, for somebody else, or what introduction can you make, and and things like that also help to improve your social score within the industry. Like you said, the longer you're in it, the smaller it gets, and sometimes, and a lot of times, I guess would say, is because of you find out who is who's out there doing good work, who isn't, who talks too much, um operational security, like all the things, right? And you start following people on social media because you met there, and like, oh man, they talked a great game, but boy, it does not match up with what I would want to put my client in front of. Or maybe they're great for who they work for, and I wish them the best, but I don't want to be part of it. Or I definitely, like, this is absolutely a partner, and I think press in the flesh, belly to belly, face to face is just the best way to do it. And again, by all the ways that you network, and all the places that I've seen you, and didn't know that you were going to be there, but it didn't surprise me that you were, whether it was GSX or ISC West or this place or that place, and always at the mixer, which we're grateful for. You're out there living it. So so thank you for that, and kind of putting an exclamation point on the value of networking. So anyway, we are just about at time. I know that you're a busy guy. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being here. So thank you for your encouragement, your sponsorship, your support, and your leadership in the industry in and of itself.
Well, I appreciate that, and let me echo those comments to you, in the sense that what you're doing is great. I'm always there to help support, like you say. Send a text or an email. It's because it's like anything else. We always hear of the bad, but very rarely do we hear of the good.
Mm-hmm.
And folks like yourself that are just trying to make the industry better need to be recognized. And I think you're doing a great job, you and Christian. And there's just so many folks in the industry that are trying to push the needle forward. But you're putting your money where your mouth is. You're putting these great events on. That's why we're happy to be a platinum sponsor, and hopefully this will continue for as long as I'm still in the industry. It's going to be very long, but all
Right.
right.
Right. All right, man. Well, listen, I'm gonna let you go, but before you go, I just want to let everybody, I want to remind everyone, EP Mixer Vegas is coming up on Thursday, March 26th at Dave and Buster's in Summerlin. I'll put the address in this, in the comments here. But head over to, actually, I won't even do that. Just head over to epmixer.com, get yourself registered. Free to attend. There's going to be free food. There's going to be free booze. There's going to be great conversations, and you're hard pressed to find a group of a large group of protectors like this that are just in the mood to talk, to connect, to find talent, to get jobs, to find partners, to find vendors, not only in the U.S. but across the globe. So, anyway, Gerry, again, thanks for being here, everybody. We'll see you real soon. Thanks for taking the time to listen. That's all I got. Have a great one. Talk to you real soon.